First, the track saw. I think this track saw is one of the best track saws on the market. I have put this up against Festool, Makita, as well as even the mighty Mafel. And this is always one of the top performers, and I think that this is well worth the money if you want to invest in a track saw. I love almost everything about this track saw, from the anti-tip that it offers. The bevel adjustments are fantastic. The depth adjustment is by far one of the best on the market, just how easy it is to operate. Good dust collection, it's extremely powerful. Good battery life. You're going to be able to cut through anything that you're going to want, whether it's thicker hardwoods or breaking down sheet goods. And overall, it's been a fantastic tool to have in the shop. I love this thing, and I think it's one of the best tools that Milwaukee has ever made, even though when I first put out my review video, I was slightly disappointed because it took them years to come out with a track saw and there was no real innovation there, like anti-kickback or anything like that. But the longer I've owned this saw, the more I've come to appreciate what they did right, and there's very, very little here that they did wrong. I haven't found anything that I'm disappointed by. Number two, not Packout. It's what's inside the Packout. This is the Milwaukee Installation Driver. It's kind of an odd looking tool, but it's one of those that I think is the perfect around the house or shop, or even if you're like an auto mechanic or anything like that, this is the perfect little drill. And the reason is it comes with 4 different attachments that you can use to do a variety of things. First and foremost, it's a drill. You can just drill holes with it if you want. You can drive screws with it if you want, just like normal. It comes with a drill chuck head that just easily snaps on. It also comes with a 1/4 inch impact. It's not an impact, but it's a 1/4 inch drive attachment that you can use your 1/4 inch bits with. The 3 main features I love about this installation driver is it's very compact. It's a lightweight, very compact little driver, and it also has 2 amazing little attachments. First and foremost, an offset attachment. If you're building cabinets or trying to get into tight spaces, this is going to be for you, because this lets you get right up next to the top of something or right up against the side of something. I love this offset attachment. I think it's just fantastic. The second is, and probably my most favorite part of it, is the 90-degree attachment. This is going to let you get into some very tight spaces to drive screws, to drill holes, tighten bolts, whatever you need to do. This has a 1/4 inch attachment to it, but you can also attach other things to this, including your drill attachment. Even the offset tool can go on the 90-degree tool for ultimate getting up in there. This thing is just a fantastic little tool. Now, I keep mine in my little Packout box as you see here. If you want the file to this, I bought this file and then 3D printed it. You can also buy this already 3D printed to go inside this exact Packout. So if you're wanting to have a setup similar to this, I'll drop a link to where you can find both the 3D file and the insert and the Packout. Everything's in the description and the pinned comment. Now, the bonus pick. I didn't know I would like these, ever. I was not that guy until I bought the Milwaukee Track Saw, and it come in the Milwaukee Packout. I looked at Milwaukee Packout when I was walking around Home Depot, and I was like, meh, plastic boxes, who cares? I've seen those comments because they resonated because I was that guy. I was like, it's just a plastic box. Yeah, but they're also much more than that. Like, they're extremely well made, for one. Top quality. The only ones that I've found that are equal quality are Klein, Flex, and Makita. All of those are really well made storage options. But the Packout, I think, is on another level for one main reason, is there's so many options. I have the rolling tool chest or the drawer boxes with the worktop on it. I actually have my jet drum sander sitting on top of it. Probably not recommended, but it holds it just fine. It's a perfect fit. But the drawers have tons of space where you can put all kinds of stuff, including storing my Milwaukee router in the 3D printed inserts. This is a really good system. I also love their wall mount storage. This is perfect for the shop. I have different storage options in this shop because I wanted to try them all. I think Ryobi's link system is really good. I think Milwaukee's Packout wall mount stuff is next level above the Ryobi, just because of how rigid and rugged it is. And you can just stack things out, so you can just keep clipping boxes on if you wanted to. The battery organization, I love having those on the wall. I know when my batteries are charged because I put them in that wall organization. And when they're not, I leave them sitting by the charger until I can charge them. And then, of course, the main reason I think Milwaukee Packout's on another level is because of the fan support. If you go to any of the 3D printing places or even Etsy where you can buy these 3D printed inserts or any attachments that go with it, this is where you can level up your storage and make everything very, very custom. You can even buy the Kaizen foam that's already pre-cut to the shape of this to set down in there, and then you can cut out around your tool shape with a razor knife and be able to store everything nice and tight. So I think Milwaukee Packout is one of the reasons people love Milwaukee and that you should consider. Next up, one of the hottest tools at Home Depot right now is the Milwaukee dust extractor. This is a dual power dust extractor. In other words, you can use it on M18 batteries, or you can plug this thing into a standard wall outlet. As stated, you can put regular M18 batteries in there. They recommend the 12.0 Forge batteries. I didn't only have one Forge, but it still works with two 12 amp hour batteries. Works extremely well. There is a difference in CFM suction power on batteries versus plugged in. When it's plugged in, this thing has way more suction power than my Festool dust extractors by a lot. You can even hear it like whistle when it's pulling air through the hose. It's pretty impressive. It also has built-in Packout on top, so if you already have Packout storage, you can put some extra parts and pieces up there. It has a really nice hose carrier built in, so everything just wraps up. Now this is a dust extractor, which means you can adjust the suction power. So if I don't need that massive suction power, I can dial that down, so if I'm sanding something, it's not gonna pull my sander down onto the wood. But if I wanna clean up around the shop, I can max this dude out and be in business. This also has vac link, so it'll automatically pair to some of your tools if they have that built in. And it does have automatic filter cleaning. And speaking of filters, this does have HEPA filtration built in back here in the trunk. Oh, I thought it was kind of neat. You just pop the trunk, dual HEPA filters back there. This thing is just overall very, very impressive, and I think worth every penny if you're looking for a very good dust extractor. Next on the list, the smoothest sander I have ever used in my life. Out of over 30 that I've tested, the Milwaukee M12 2.5 millimeter. In other words, it's very close to this Festool sander, the 125 in stroke rate, which means it's not really orbiting in a lot. Like, it's just a minor amount that it's actually given the random orbit to. Gives a really fine finish. So if you're doing veneers or finishes, you'd want the 2.5. But for normal woodworking, you would want a 5 millimeter. It's a little bit more aggressive in the fact that it's just removing more material faster. So I like the 5 millimeter. The 5 millimeter Milwaukee is very smooth as well, but that 2.5 millimeter is insanely smooth. It's like a calm lake. If you see there on the water there, it's just a really good sander overall, and it's 6-inch. The only downside here is the 5 millimeter stroke, the 5 millimeter one, the battery life here is like 15 minutes-ish. The 2.5 millimeter you can get almost 30 minutes out of. So if you're sanding a lot, these probably are not the sanders for you. But for small, quick projects, these will work really well. And if you get a bigger battery, say the XC50s or even higher, you're gonna get a little more battery life, obviously, but just know battery life is a concern here, where it's not so much with some of the other cordless sanders that I tested. And I did do a whole video on best cordless sanders you can buy. As far as dust collection goes, they have a really good dust collection. They have a pretty cool little weird looking adapter that comes off the side. It's good because it gets out away from that battery, but the dust collection here, you're not gonna have any issues with dust using the proper extractor. When you graduate up past that $300 mark, if you're having trouble with vibration, or vibration really bothers your hands, if you have arthritis or anything like that, you're gonna start seeing a very significant difference in how your hands feel after a lengthy sanding session. Like these very smooth Milwaukee M12s and even some of these higher grade ones, it just doesn't vibrate your hand. And over time, it starts to hurt pretty good if you have issues with your hand. So if you're looking for smoother vibration, then the higher tier is gonna be for you.